What was supposed to be a weekend of music and dancing turned into the slaughter of hundreds of innocents and festival goers. Nearby, in several kibbutzes, families were murdered and others taken hostage. War has raged in the 11 days since. 1,400 people have been killed inside Israel, thousands more in Gaza as Israel retaliates. Jonathan is a survivor of that initial Hamas attack on the music festival, and he joins me live now near Jerusalem. Jonathan, thanks so much for your time. It must be really hard to keep on telling your story. It's important you do, though. What can you tell us with perspective now, a little bit of distance, about what happened that morning?
Hi, thank you for having me. Well, yeah, it's not really easy to keep saying it again and again and again, but it's for a good purpose and just, spreading it out there. I would just want to say that I was supposed to be the photographer of the event. I was supposed to be the drone operator. We arrived around 5:30. We went to the stage. We're all looking forward for this peace festival. 6:30, the rockets hit. At least that's when I remember I saw the rockets. And there was the red alarm. Everyone has to evacuate their stuff and find shelter, and that's what we did. The security told us to do that, and unfortunately, that's the reality here. Okay, we're kind of used to the drill. Rockets being shot at us, so everyone knows what to do. Some people panic more than others, but this was kind of a different situation. As you can see, this was just not missiles. What happened later on? I took my friend who was with me. I went to the parking lot. We packed our stuff and we just wanted to get out because it wasn't really safe. There were 3,000 people trying to get out. There was a lot of traffic. So I suggested maybe we should take the other road, which is less traveled by, less busy. Second later, I see a few seconds later, I see this woman doing this U-turn, hitting the car in front of me. Her door is opening out in a very weird way, and she just slides outside, bleeding to death. And you see her left knee was shot. So someone basically shot her leg, and she was dying. She didn't even cry because she didn't have any. She wasn't even aware of what's happening to her. She couldn't even express any feelings. So we were that kind of about a dozen people trying to help her out. We kind of understood that there's nothing we can do about it. Okay, she's wounded. We try to block her wound, improvise stuff. My friend got her water. At a certain point, we just understood that we have to get out of this area. Rockets were shot at us. You see dozens of rockets in the air in the meantime. But the most scary part was seeing this woman who's dying, and where did she get shot? This is, at that point, that was a turning point. A few seconds later, we hear gunshots. Okay, and these are not just normal gunshots. These are heavy gunshots, heavy gunfire. We left our stuff there, including the car, all my photography and my gear. I left it in the car, went to the river next to it. We were hiding there in the bushes, behind the trees, and the gunfire kept coming. My instinct kind of told me it comes from like the northwest area, which is Gaza is west to us. It was kind of close. And we were just hiding, and you see bullets flying on top of my head. And again, no one really knew what's going on. The last thing I believed was, are there terrorists coming inside Israel? Are they shooting at us? Is this maybe a mistake? But this saved our life because we weren't. If we knew really what's going on, what we heard after when there was a big massacre in the Peace Festival, we've probably acted maybe a bit differently. We would panic more, meaning we would probably be the first ones to get out. And the first ones, actually, if you see the news, they were the first ones that died. We left in time. I opened my maps. I said, what's the closest village? What's the closest place to go? I wasn't sure what's the safest, but I just followed my gut. We went east. We were walking for more than 4 hours with no water, no food. Rockets were coming from the air. Again, they were stopped by the Iron Dome. Okay, we have this technology where it can block the rockets from Gaza coming to us, but it's not always 100% success. So we see this in the air, in the sky. We're walking and walking, and just we don't know where we're walking. We're walking in a direction where we feel it might be safe. In the meantime, and behind us, you just see a lot of smoke, black smoke, white smoke, like an like an action movie. All right, I didn't know what's going on. Still, we got to the safe zone, the village next to us, and you see all the survivors from the event. Each one has his own story. You start crossing different stories, and people just got murdered, and like in a duck range, and women got kidnapped, and I don't want to know what they're going through over there. I don't want to know what Hamas, which is a terror group, and if people doubt that Hamas is a terror group, there's so many evidence out there. They're killing babies, burn them to death, burn them alive, went to families inside their homes, sprayed them with machine guns. I mean, who does this? Who does such a thing? And you see protests going on in the world saying that they never did that. People should hear from firsthand what really happened. And I'm here to tell that story. Okay? I was in a group of 12 people, 5 of them died, either kidnapped. Some people say it's you better be killed than kidnapped in captivity because you don't know what they're going through. But it's not simple to say the story, but I think you get the point. Okay? I survived it. I have the evidence. My friend survived it, and I'm very lucky, but there are people that are much luckier than what I was. Then it's just I'm trying to be strong at these moments and just show the world what really happened, because there's a lot of false news out there, and people sometimes don't double check their news. They don't double check the facts. I think that Hamas it's worse than ISIS. I'm not very confident it doesn't represent specifically the Palestinian people, because they've never achieved anything. Palestinian people just want freedom, and if they didn't have these terrorists controlling them, they'd probably be in a different place. Unfortunately, this is the reality we have to live in.